Hello everybody, Brandon Parker, back again with another movie review. Last movie review I did was onto the classic movie Little Monsters. It was my first movie review. I talked about how much I enjoyed that movie as a kid and everything. So in this movie review, I've just seen Fast 5 and I've seen that movie twice. So I'm going to be doing a movie review to that right now. And I really enjoyed Fast 5. It was a really neat movie. I really love Fast 5 because it ties into a lot of the other Fast and Furious movies. As I know that for a lot of people, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, that one probably wasn't really that good of a movie because I really didn't like that one too much. And a lot of people will probably agree with me on that. It was just, didn't really have anybody the same cast for the previous movies, didn't really have them in there. But what I really liked, even though that wasn't really the best out of all the Fast and Furious movies, is that the character Hans, that guy that played him, he comes back in the ones after that, in the fourth Fast and Furious movie, which is called Fast and Furious, and then he comes back again in the Fast 5 movie. So I thought that was pretty neat, that they integrate all the characters from all the movies. So that's what makes it pretty neat, is I really like when the same people that play the actors, I like it when they come back again, because I hate like a lot of these movies that they try to do sequels to. It's like some of them like Terminator Salvation, it didn't really have like Arnold in there, and I didn't really like that. And yeah, he was in it as a cameo, but look at like Sarah Connor Chronicles, the series to Terminator, that when it came out on Fox and everything, and it came out in 2 seasons. I really did not really like that Linda Hamilton wasn't Sarah Connor again, and yeah, she was a bit old at the time they were doing the series, and it was a little late. But it just wasn't the same because they didn't have someone who looked like Linda Hamilton playing Sarah Connor in that, and that's what I really don't like about that. And also the storyline and everything. Certain movies, they don't stay true to like storylines and sequels and everything. They like move off track, like on the series on Sarah Connor Chronicles. Went way off track, and I really did not like that too much. And yeah, there were parts that I enjoyed about the series because some of it I liked that they changed it up a little bit. But then, if you're a true fan of the original first 2 movies, because that's what the series was based off of, the first 2 movies and the continuation of the storyline of Sarah Connor and everything, you wonder where are they going with it, and then you go to watch Salvation. It's trying to follow a little bit after the 3rd movie, which it's a little off a little bit because it doesn't exactly know where it ends. And what I really liked about Fast 5 is that it continues exactly where the 4th movie left off, like exactly the ending. You've seen the 4th movie and you see the exact ending. It starts exactly the same spot as the ending there. And that's what's pretty neat about Fast 5. And then a lot about Fast 5, it makes references to like all the previous movies. I really like that as well. And talking about the story of all the characters and how they came friendship and everything, and based off of like growing together as a family and everything. And Paul Walker's character and his girlfriend in the movie, they find out that his girlfriend is going to be pregnant and they're going to have a child together, and he gets all excited about that. And also he gets a little nervous about it too because he never had a father growing up. As he says in the movie, he never really knew who his father was and everything. And then you find that when he's talking to Vin Diesel, Vin Diesel knew his dad and everything, and he was all about doing barbecues and all about Sunday barbecues and stuff like that. And if like they never came, someone never came to church or whatever, they don't get anything at the barbecue. And I thought that was pretty neat, telling the story that he knew his father, and then like Paul Walker, he didn't know his father, and then telling him that he'll be a good father, that he's not going to be like his dad, never being there for his kid. So I thought that was pretty neat, just telling the story, and then and they want to get away from the life of stealing cars and everything, and getting jobs of trying to do that and everything. So they're trying to get away from that and trying to get a free life and trying to get a normal life where they're all free and they're just out of being in trouble and everything. And Dwayne Rock Johnson, his character, which he's a police officer, and he's trying to arrest Paul Walker, and Vin Diesel's character is trying to arrest wanted for stealing cars and everything. They wanted for doing all these illegal things that they did in the previous movies with all the cars that they had done and everything. And then Paul Walker going against the code because he was a police officer in the movies and everything. He was like a detective in the previous movies and everything. And so so he's after them and everything. And then like towards the end, he realized that he has to team up with them because the main guy, which is the head of Rio, that's where the movie was based off, and everything was the setting of Rio in that area and in that country. So over there, there's a guy head in charge and everything. And all he cared about was his money and everything. So he would just go out and like kill all of the bunch of people and everything, all of his men and everything. And they're just like kind of like drug lords and everything. And they're trying to protect that guy's money and everything. And he had a group of guys that would just follow him and do whatever he said and everything. And so like Paul Walker, Vin Diesel, and everyone else from the previous movies, which were Ludacris, his character comes back again. Tyrese, his character comes back again. And then Hans comes back again, like I said earlier, and that's pretty neat and everything. And that's what I like is that they come back, and it has a little bit of comedy in there, a little bit, but not much. It's mainly about the cars and everything. It's about all the characters come together, kind of like a family and everything, and that's pretty neat. And the action with the cars and everything, I really like that a lot. Like I said, the police, like with the police car part, I really like that, where they're trying to figure out how come all the cars that they got are not passing all the cameras and everything, so that they can sneak in and try to get the money and everything from the head guy of Rio, and trying to get all of his money so that they can get themselves to be free and everything, and so that they can get a normal life and try to start all over again, trying to start fresh and everything. As Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he is trying to do his job. He's trying to get Paul Walker, trying to get Vin Diesel and everyone else that is involved with him, with all of their friends and everything, that they get together to try to get this operation and everything. So I thought the movie as a whole was pretty neat and everything, because like I said, it ties in with all the other Fast and Furious movies. And like I said, like Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, I think that one's the weakest out of all of them. It like seemed rushed into. It wasn't like the storyline of it was kind of boring, and I didn't really like Val in it. I really didn't like that aspect of it, and I didn't really like that. It was like a lot of these movies that are like coming out today, they feel like they're being rushed in. Like all the remakes that are coming out, I really don't enjoy it. Like even with Hangover Part 2, because I've seen that one as well. That one I really did not enjoy Hangover Part 2 too well either, because where I went to when I watched Fast Five the second time, I watched it at my drive-ins where I live. We still have drive-ins, and not too many areas in the United States really have drive-ins these days anymore. So I saw that's when I saw Fast 5 again, and then after that I saw Hangover, because it shows two movies, so that's pretty neat. You get to see two movies for the price of like $7. I thought that's pretty neat, because usually movies are pretty expensive if you're going to someplace like Tinseltown, and a lot of times they're like trying to show 3D and stuff like that. So I think it's pretty neat going all the way to the theaters and the drive-in. But since my dad is like security guarding at the drive-ins this year again, because a few times he'll do it off and on once in a while. This year he decided to do it again because he missed going to the drive-ins. We haven't really been there for a while, because last year we were not last year, but the year before last year, we were in Massachusetts, so we really didn't get to enjoy going to the drive-in. So we haven't been there in a while, and we haven't really appreciated it that much. So yeah, my final verdict on the Fast and 5 movie, I give it like a 9 out of 10, because I thought it was a pretty good movie. I really enjoyed it. There was a small little flaws with it, like some parts I felt like you could have added some more cars, more racing parts in there a little bit. Like a lot of times it's just showing like the cops coming after Vin Diesel and coming after Paul Walker and everybody in the movie. Pretty much that part. Doesn't really show much of the racing in it, as much as I seen like in Too Fast, Too Furious, and the first Fast and Furious movie. And all the other movies a little bit, but I still enjoyed it. I really loved that it tied in pretty much with all the movies and everything, the previous ones. And you also notice in the movie that you'll see that if you stick around for the end credits, you see like a part that I think kind of leaves you a clue that to the sixth movie. Now I heard on other reviews and stuff like that on YouTube that I guess there's going to be like a sixth movie and a final movie to it. So that's going to be like the final movie, Fast and Furious number 6, whatever they're going to call it. And so, because that show's like at the end, I'm not going to tell you if you haven't seen it yet or whatever, which I don't know who has seen it or whatever, but in the comments tell me if you've seen it or tell me if you haven't, or what you think of Fast and Furious in general, all the movies. So I think they're pretty neat. It's one of those rare movies where it'll have characters come back throughout the movies and everything. And I think that's pretty neat. So that's it. That's my thoughts on the movies in general. I thought they were pretty neat and everything, and I really enjoy Fast and Furious, and I can't wait for the 6th movie whenever it comes out. I'll be ready for that, and it'll be a pretty neat conclusion to it. I'm guessing all the characters are going to return again from the Fast 5 movie, like Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I'm guessing he's probably going to return again, just based off what I've seen at the end credits, if you stick around for that. A lot of times they like to do that to you, maybe because they want you to see like all the directors and all that created the movie and everything. They probably throw that in a little bit, a secret, like, because I didn't see that the first time when I watched it, which was at Tinseltown. I didn't really see that. So when I watched it again, when I went to the drive-ins and I saw it again, I saw that little secret that I thought if I never came across it or whatever, I would have never thought that they were going to make a 6th movie. I would have thought that was the end of it. From what I saw at the ending of the Fast 5 movie, where they go after like Vin Diesel and Paul Walker's character, where they at the end they try to race each other one-on-one, but no betting, no nothing. They just want to see who can beat who, and fair and square and everything, without letting one win for the other or whatever. So I thought that was the ending there, but that's it, and I hope you enjoyed this review. I just wanted to tell you my thoughts on the movie, and I wanted to hear your thoughts on Fast and Furious franchise as a whole, and what do you think of it. It's one of those rare movies that have the characters coming back from the previous movie. Not too many movies doing that these days, with movies that go out with sequels, like past sequel number 3 or sequel number 2, whatever. They don't really have current characters, or they don't stay true to the storyline or whatever. So that's it, and comment, rate, subscribe. If you'd like to see more movie reviews like this, just let me know. I'll be doing a lot more movie reviews. Just tell me what movies you want me to see, because I get it for free since my dad's security guarding the drive-ins that we have where I live. And that's it. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and see you later.